Let's take a look at who originally auditioned for the Aslan for the original Disney and Walden Media Chronicles of Narnia films. This is very interesting. There were a lot of great candidates and there were a lot of rumors. Not like Meryl Streep, but I think we should really get into this, seeing as we're about to go through it again. Once again, go through this Aslan choices. So let's take a look. First, Oscar winner Russell Crowe was rumored to be doing the voice of Aslan. He was a bit young but had a really deep and resonant voice. This turned out not to be true and just to be rumors. But there were other... Now, Downton really is a front runner for Narnia right now, but he originally did audition, which makes me think even more he would be a great choice. They originally had him in mind, but it did not work out for some reason. Jason Isaacs, who had originally played Lucius Malfoy, also auditioned, but he did not get the part. He did seem to know a lot about this new Netflix project, so maybe, who knows, he may have been a part of it. Sean Bean, who had been both Lord of the Rings and would later be in Game of Thrones, also auditioned, but he did not get the part either. He was Irish, just like Liam Neeson, and I don't know, I wouldn't have liked him, but he did not get the part. So, Scottish actor Gerald Butler also auditioned. He was very young at the time, so I think they were really dissuaded from using him because of his young age. But he would have been an interesting one, for his deep Scottish accent would have really helped. Now, here's when things get interesting. Sir Ian McKellen, who originally played Gandalf and was offered Dumbledore, was offered Aslan. Although he turned this down, I don't think he would have been as great Aslan. Although he has a really deep and resonant voice, he was a bit too old though, so no. Finally, in December of 2004, Brian Cox was hired. He was very excited about this part, and everyone really was. He was a very older Scottish actor, but in March it was announced he'd been fired. For no apparent reason, just because he had lost some weight and his voice had changed. Quote-unquote them. So he ended up being replaced by... Liam Neeson finally got the part, April 2005. And this is the Aslan that we all know and love. As childhood. If you grew up in the 2000s or were born during that time, we all knew this one. So this will be different. Let me know. Netflix is finally finding their new Aslan, so we shall see.